welcome to another exciting edition of Me and You on Campus. For those that don't really know what the show is all about, this is where we have a one-on-one discussion with the exceptional. You can be an undergraduate and be exceptional, and you can also be a graduate and be exceptional in what you do. It's all about knowing what to do, knowing how to do them, and doing it in a unique and dynamic way. My name is Convy, and today I have a special guest on the show. You know, when I say a special guest, a very, very special guest on the show. Before you get to meet my guest, let's read his profile.
Honorable Ayotunde Adenuga was born into the family of late Pa and Mrs. Adenuga of Ijebubo town in Ogun State. He is the youngest councillor in Lagos, Nigeria, the deputy leader of Ikeja local government legislative arm, and chairman committee on education Ward C Ikeja, Lagos. He is also a vocal advocate of Not Too Young to Run movement.
Okay, welcome to the show, Honorable Ayotunde Adenuga.
It's a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you so much. How are you doing?
Very well, thank you.
Oh my God, I love your outfit.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, sir. Let's start from the very beginning.
Okay.
You studied economics in Convy University. After you left the Ministry of Special Duties, am I right, sir?
Yeah.
You worked as an assistant executive. How were you able to rise to the position of head of marketing within 4 good years?
Well, I think that was quite easy, and one of the things I always look back at was the fact that when I got into the right foods,
Okay.
that was when I got into the private sector. I was to be on probation for the period of 6 months, and I think after 3 months, I was working directly with the MD. After 3 months, he called me and said, "I think we can go ahead with your confirmation now." He said, "But the only issue I'm going to have is other directors might not go." But I said, "Don't worry, there's always a way around it." I think my confirmation was supposed to be under the duration of 6 months, and then I got it under 3 months. So it was a career that was already growing. The MD of Right Foods Limited happens to be the engineering room of marketing. Okay. Marketing was his core, and working directly under him, I was doing everything that had to do with the office and marketing. So I already had an experience in the field, and so rising to the position of the head of marketing was quite easy.
Wow, that's nice. Okay, sir, what's the correlation between economics and politics that made you leave your field? Come on.
Okay.
Because I feel that doesn't blend economics and politics.
Well, I always had a flair for politics. When I was in school, I couldn't participate much in politics because I was trying to build academics first. And then when I got to 400 level, I think I started participating actively in politics. When our association, that's the Union of Economics, had people coming vying for positions. And then I knew at that time, I walked up to a particular lady, Ayotunde. She was vying for the office of the vice president, and I told her, I said, "You know, you can actually win this." She said, "Well, it looks very dicey." I said, "No, don't worry." I said, "We are concentrating on our projects."
Okay.
I said, "So all you need to focus on is the 100 level and the 200 level students." I said, 300 level students, don't worry, because you have a contender there, you will split the votes. Well, it was a permutation that really worked. We got a lot of votes from 100 and 200 level, and then we split the 300 level votes, and she became the vice president. So I look back and then I say, wow, that was a good one. I always had the flair for politics, so, and my dad being a politician, it was an easy ride for me.
But why don't you just study political science instead?
Well, I had to study economics, not because I wanted economics, but I was pushed to study economics. I think that was one of the things that happened then. But after a while, I enrolled for my MPA, that's Masters in Public Administration, in University of Lagos, which is what I'm currently running. I know that I can always balance up with politics.
Okay.
So.
All right. We know you as the youngest counselor. Do you know what I mean? Youngest counselor. But I want to ask, what age range do you fall into?
Well, whenever I'm asked that question, I always tell them I'm old enough to vote and young enough to be voted for.
Not too young to run.
You understand?
Okay, now I get it. Okay, so the next question. Ever since you became councillor of
Onilekere, yes.
Ikeja,
Yeah.
what has been your challenges and how did you face them?
Okay. I think one of the major challenges I had was accessibility to funds. And when I say accessibility to funds, I always had the impression that as a legislator, there's supposed to be some particular amounts, which is something that I still believe can be corrected. I believe there should be a particular amount on monthly, quarterly, or yearly basis assigned to the office of a councillor.
Okay.
The demands that we get from the immediate community becomes so alarming. And then we are closer to the grassroots. I believe we feel their pulse more. And we should be able to come up with projects. But what happens is you find out that you have to liaise with the chairman of the local government to get a lot of things done. Now, it's a process I find a bit slow.
Okay.
There are times when I feel, okay, this is small, this is minor. If I had enough resources, I could do this. If I had enough resources, I could do this. The chairman is chairman of an entire local government, so you can't burden him with issues from your ward alone. So I think one of the major challenges I've always had is finance. But finishing from a school like Convy University, I think I was able to find a way around it. So what I did basically was, over time, I've been able to partner with organizations to achieve a lot of things. Currently, I'm working with about 3 organizations, and then we have some projects for the year 2019, right before the elections.
That's
so
nice.
That's
So
what
can I
I'm-
ask you a question?
Okay.
How do you feel being a youngest councillor?
Well, I don't know.
Because that is like
I
a
don't-
title.
I don't
on.
feel any difference, actually.
Really?
I don't feel any difference. Like, I always want to tell people that I think I want people to know me for the achievements rather than being the youngest councillor.
Wow, that's nice. Alright, viewer, this is where we need to go on a short break, and when we come back, we'll proceed. Welcome back from that short break, and of course, I still have the youngest councillor in the studio. Join me. Alright, sir, Honorable, what propelled you into becoming a vocal advocate of the Not Too Young to Run movement?
Well, first and foremost, my age. I believe, being a young person, I believe I could bring a lot of people on board. I was at a program on a particular day, and immediately I stepped down from the podium. I had a 21-year-old boy run up to me and say, "Honorable, please, I need 2 minutes of your time." And then we talked, and he told me how much he wanted to be involved in politics.
Wow.
And I was like, 21. I said, well, even when I was 21, I didn't think I was thinking politics yet. So I said, oh, okay, it's very easy. I was able to follow through, make him a member of my party.
Oh.
Yeah, I got a membership card for him, and then we did everything that he entailed. And I felt, oh, okay, we could bring a lot more people on board. And that was it. I met a couple of people who were advocates of the Not Too Young to Run bill.
Okay.
And a lot of people were clamoring for not too young, not too young, not too young. And basically because of my age, everybody knows, oh, being a young councillor,
Yes.
I was invited to be a part of the movement, and then that was how it started. So
Okay.
we go everywhere, propagating, coming on board,
Okay.
and then not just staying on the social media, making so much noise, just get involved. That was basically it.
When did this movement start?
About 9 months ago. The movement itself had been
Okay.
on even before I joined politics. It's something people had been talking about. By the time I joined politics, I just became a part of the movement.
Okay. All right. How did you feel when the Not Too Young to Run bill was signed into law?
Truthfully, mixed feelings.
Why?
You know, we're making a lot of noise and then saying we wanted the youth to participate. And then immediately that was signed into bill. The next question that came to my mind, the reason why I said mixed feeling was, are we really ready?
Yes.
So that was where the mixed feelings came in.
Wow. But kind of, we're ready. Because I can see most youth nowadays, they really want to go into politics.
A lot of them. A lot of them. So I want to believe that we're on the path. It's a gradual thing. It's a gradual thing. And then I believe with time,
Yeah.
a lot of things will be done better.
Of course. So we hope to
believe.
have one of the youngest presidents in Nigeria someday.
Hopefully soon.
I mean, let me take you back to school.
Okay.
You'd have some, some event in school which you could or would never forget.
Okay. Well, basically, for anybody familiar with Convy University environment,
Okay.
there were so little social events. So I think most of the events I participated in back in school were church programs,
Oh.
and then probably academics.
Okay.
And then, so I don't think there was a particular one that I can actually say this event. Maybe outside the school,
Okay.
maybe. But in school, trust me, I don't think there was any.
Were you involved in anything aside school?
Outside school, no, I wasn't at the time. I
Okay.
wasn't. I think all I was doing then was school. I could be a very boring person then.
Really? But you're not boring.
No, I could be then.
Okay, then.
I think politics
okay.
opened up a lot more.
Okay, Honorable. Tell us more about your involvement in youth development and empowerment.
Okay, currently I'm working with Harvesters Church
Okay.
for a program that is supposed to come sometimes in 2019,
Okay.
second or third quarter, hopefully. And we are looking at majorly youth empowerment. And it's going to span into skill acquisitions
Okay.
and the empowerment as it is. We're going to have facilitators come in to mentor people and then build on what they already know. So it's going to be in segments, skill acquisition and mentoring.
So is it just going to be in Harvesters Church?
No, but I said resources.
Okay.
So we are working on, let's see how it can work. It's going to be the first, and then
Okay,
subsequently we
first edition. Okay.
can always work on other things.
All right. Okay. How did you feel when you got the Emerging Political Icon Award presented to you by the National Union of Lagos State Students? You're quite
well,
surprised.
No, it's an award that always brings smiles to my face.
Okay.
And then if you get into my office, it's the most conspicuous award.
Wow.
Having anything to do with the students is something that makes me happy. So when the body reached out and said, "Oh, we want to," I said, "Oh, I wasn't going to be available," but we created time, and then they came to the office to present the award. I was very happy about it. Extremely.
Very happy.
Extremely.
Wow, that's nice. You should have hobbies because you can just tell me you're just into politics or economics. You should have hobbies. What you do during your leisure time.
Most times, okay, I love to read.
Really?
I love to read a lot, and then I'm not a sports person, but aside reading, I love traveling. I could go these weeks. It's just one of the things I enjoy, reading and then traveling.
Okay. With all those things you do you have any inspiration coming from anybody or anywhere?
Inspiration. There's somebody I really, really, really look up to. And that was somebody that I just haven't been able to have a one-on-one with.
Wow.
Our national leader, the Jagaban Bogun, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He is a form of inspiration to me. I look at him, I study him, and then I'm like, what was this man thinking when he did this? What propelled him to do this? He's more than a mentor. Something happens in 2019 and then everybody says, oh, this is this. But it's something you will find out that Tinubu had probably spoken about or seen, discussed with a particular body in 2017. He just sees ahead. My very first encounter with him, I was not able to sit down with him. I said, God, everything needs to take. I just need to have a one-on-one with this guy today. He's more than a mentor, like I said. He inspires me a lot. He's one of very few people I say, one day I want to be like this man.
That's nice.
He inspires me a lot.
Okay, looking at politics in Nigeria, what's your take on that?
Truthfully, we just started.
Really? Why do you say so?
Well, I just believe at this point, it's been 19 years of democracy. There are some things I believe we should have gone beyond. And there are still things we still find ourselves, we still say elections is inconclusive because somebody believed it was rigged, because this, because that. These are issues I believe in 19 years we should have way gone beyond. So I always tell people gradually we'll get there, but we are not ripe enough yet.
But what of people that says corruption starts with the bad leaders?
With the bad leaders?
Yes, with our leaders.
With our leaders? Well, they can be right.
Okay.
But I don't want to take a position on that.
All right. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. But before I leave, you need to tell me your prospect.
Mine?
Yes, your prospect. Yes.
Okay. You are sitting down with the next, soon to come, Senate President one day.
Oh my God!
So I think one of the things you could always do is mark today's date down and then you go back to it. When I was in school, I had, you know, the yearbook thing that we always, and then I was asked where I want to be in 10 years. I said, well, I want to be at the helm of affairs in politics.
Okay.
And in the agriculture sector. Today I am a farmer and also in politics. So it was something I've seen 10 years ago.
So you said you're a farmer?
Yes, I am a farmer.
Wow. What do you plant?
Cassava and cucumber.
Wow.
Somewhere in Ota.
Really? But I just say you're everything. Huh? But I just say you're everything.
And not everything yet. Not everything yet.
Okay, all right. Okay, viewer, this is where we need to go on a music break, and when we come back, we'll proceed.
Here we stand as a people with one song, with one voice. We're a nation undivided and poised. We will take a stand and build our land in faith to defend what is ours. Here we are as a people with one heart for one cause. We're determined to rebuild and restore. Where freedom rise and truth prevails. Our land where there's hope for us all.
Welcome back from that music break. And of course, you know I still have Honorable in the studio. But remember, this is the hot seat segment. So are you ready?
Very ready.
Are you tense?
A bit.
Just calm down. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'll just throw you some questions and you just answer me.
Okay, what if I don't have answers?
Well,
Let's go.
but I believe you should have answers.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. So question number 1. What kind of tree can you carry in your hand?
What kind of
Tree can you carry in your hand?
tree?
Yeah.
tree. Carry in my hand. A tree, carry in my hand.
You don't have any idea?
No.
Nothing is popping in?
No.
Okay, should I tell you?
Yeah, please do it.
Come on, it's your palm. Look at your palm. What's that?
Oh,
Okay.
God. Wow. That was a good
now
one.
you know. Now
Yeah.
you know.
Wow.
Okay. Now the next one. What makes more step as you take them?
Makes more step.
Yes, as you take them.
What makes more step
Yes.
as you take them?
Nothing.
Wait, hold on. More step as you take them.
Nothing is coming in. Okay, should I tell you?
Yeah, please do.
Footsteps. Are you surprised?
No, I'm not. You know, I
Okay.
almost said it. So that was the reason why I actually felt it. Yes. But it just wasn't connecting. Oh,
Okay, that's nice. That's nice. That's the last one.
okay, I can't afford to fail the last one.
You can't, like seriously, just, sit tight and get it.
Okay.
Okay. What kind of room that has no doors or windows?
The mind.
No.
Room
Yes.
that has no door.
Yes.
Windows.
No windows.
Broom.
No.
No.
Should I give you a clue?
Yeah, please.
The first letter M.
Mushroom.
And you got to this time. Oh my
Thank
God.
you.
But I gave you a clue.
Yeah.
So thanks to me then.
Oh, thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much, sir.
It's a pleasure meeting you.
Okay. Thank you so much. So, do you have any advice? Any advice you need to give out to young ones out there?
Well, every time I end my discussions with the youth by saying, it's not enough to be on the social media making noise. It's not enough to say I am here or there. I think the most important thing is getting involved. How do you get involved? Belong to a political party, get your PVCs, and then you can make the right choices.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
So, do you have any social media platform where people can actually connect to you?
Oh yes,
Okay.
I'm on Instagram, Ayotunde Adenuga, and also on Facebook, Ayotunde Adenuga. So you could always connect with me on those platforms.
Of course, not too young to
To
run.
run.
Of course, yeah. Thank you so
much.
much. All right, this is where we need to draw the curtain, and I'm sure you guys enjoyed every beat of the show. Yes, you know when we have the youngest counselor in the studio. Yes, most of you must have learned one or two things. Honestly, I really learned a lot today. Thank you so much for watching. So if you have any comment and a suggestion, just send us an email written down on your screen. And aside that, you can also follow us on our social media platform at @meyouoncampus_ng. And if you feel like connecting with me on IG, it is at @Iam_Convy. But before I go, come on, go get your voter's card. Your PVC is very important. Not too young to run. Come on, you have the ambition of being, a leader tomorrow. You can. Just get your PVC and get connected to a political party, just like our honorable just said. So thank you for watching and have a nice day.